song in different ways really changed my opinion about it because when I was first listening to this song, I listened to it on my laptop with no headphones plugged in, and I don't have any speakers at home. I wish I did. I just don't. But I wish I had a good set of speakers to hear it. To hear it, I guess the way a regular person would hear it, but I just don't have that. So I was just listening to it through my laptop, and my first thought about it was, oh, all right, this song's okay. It's kind of catchy. It's not one of my favorites. It doesn't stand out. There's some cool effects going on, but whatever. It's okay. And that was gonna be those were like my original notes when I was about to record this. But then right when I was about to record this, well, first I listened to the laptop version a couple of days ago. But then when I was about to record this, I was going to listen to it again, and I just want to make a tangent here. I wasn't about to record this right now. It's kind of early in the morning, but I was listening to an old Jamey Jasta podcast. Jamey Jasta is the lead singer of Hatebreed, and he has a good podcast where he interviews a bunch of musicians. And he was interviewing Rob Zombie, and Rob Zombie is I love White Zombie and Rob Zombie's solo stuff. It's really, really good. And anytime I hear an interview with Rob Zombie, it inspires me to do more. Acting is my passion, so whenever I hear him talk about movies, I just want to do something. Or if when I want to hear about him talk about something creative, I want to do something. So he was saying how he gets up early in the morning and right away he'll do something creative because that's when his brain is at its sharpest. And he's exactly right. So hearing this interview with Rob Zombie, I said, wow, he's right, because I got up early and I feel motivated to do a lot of stuff, but that motivation turned to cleaning my apartment, to going food shopping, to taking a shower, to washing the dishes. And if I did that, that would just waste all my energy doing that. And by the time I was ready to actually do something creative, I'd be too tired. I just want to lie down and watch TV. So this is why I'm creating this podcast now. So tangent over and back to stay away. But listen to Rob Zombie whenever you can. Anyway, so I listened to this first on a laptop, and I thought, okay, this is all right. This is so-so when I was about to record something. But then I said, let me plug some headphones in. And my headphones aren't even that good, but I guess they're good enough. So they're kind of bass-heavy headphones, which I like. They're just like earplugs. So I plugged it in to my laptop, listening to it on iTunes, and I liked the song so much more. I just caught all these little things in there, these little instrumental tricks, and just the actual sound went from really tinny, because you have those fucking laptop speakers, to something very warm on my bass-heavy headphones. So my opinion of the song has completely changed. I especially like the guitar combined with Cobain's vocals when he says "I don't know why," so it's just like a lot of "I don't know why" and then the lyrics. So I like the guitar combined with some kind of distorted vocals. That's, I feel, the best part of the song. And again, listening to it on the headphones really brought out the warmth and almost like a soothing guitar sound. Even though it's a heavy song, I feel soothed by, it's almost like a white noise, like a deep white noise kind of guitar sound, even though it's a heavy song. And Grohl is really good. He just rides that snare the whole time, and he's just pounding on that snare, and it's just a really good snare. And so music-wise, it's really good. And then, of course, Novoselic with the rhythm section. Everything, you can tell these guys, and they did, before I think they recorded Bleach, and in between Bleach and Nevermind, all they did, especially with Nevermind, all they did was practice. They practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced. It is hours and hours a day until they got it. They were fucking broke. They were really broke, but they were struggling, and they were practicing, and they were starving, but they were finding their groove. And even though sometimes their live shows would just go into like a bunch of noise, which I'm not that into, when they would start to play and really get into that pocket, you can tell it was almost effortless the way they were doing everything. And this is when there were just three. This is before Pat Smear was in the live band anyway, and even just with the three of them, they were able to just maintain a tightness, a tight but looseness, which was which I thought was good when it was good. So, and then at the end of the song, there's at the very end of the song, it sounds like Cobain is just detuning his guitar, which creates an even a lower, like a fatter and a deeper and a heavier sound, and kind of like a typo negative vibe to it. And like I said, I've always found those low sounds soothing, since the high frequency stuff always bothered my ears. So I'm definitely more of a lower bass kind of guy, and less of a treble. And that song just popped in my head, and I guess I am all about the bass, but the literal bass, and not talking about someone's ass. Anyway, so going to the lyrics, it's a lot of saying I don't know why, and then this, I don't know why I don't like he the first line is monkey see monkey do, I don't know why I'd rather be dead than cool. So this is, at least I hope it's kind of obvious, he didn't want to fit in, he didn't want to conform and copy all the monkeys, but he doesn't know why. So he's constantly questioning himself, which I feel could be a sign of anxiety. At least if he's constantly questioning himself, this constant loop of I don't know why am I doing this, why am I doing that, why am I doing this? And as someone who can suffer through that from time to time, it will drive you fucking crazy. So it sounds like Cobain was going through that. And some of the other lines, it sounds like he doesn't know himself. And some of the other lines talking about I don't know why every line ends in rhyme. I saw it, I interpreted it as he's questioning the traditional aspect of music, how most lyrics tend to rhyme, and the ones that don't always stand out to me. But he seems to be questioning that. And then he goes through a bunch of other things. He doesn't know why less is more and love is blind. I guess he's confused about the ironic statement, the contradiction of less being more. But sometimes is less and more, and less is more, and sometimes is love is blind. And I guess it's just subjective on how he may have thought. He may have wanted to know the reasons why to it, but he just didn't. And I guess in the chorus, he's just telling people, this is what I'm thinking, he's telling people to stay away from him because he's going through this kind of thing. He doesn't want to be bothered. So it's almost like he was predicting, I don't know if he predicted the mammoth success that they were the last really culturally crucial band. I don't think there's been, at least a rock band since Nirvana, that has had such an impact culturally on things. And he didn't know this when they were recording Nirvana. I don't think they thought it was going to be this big, but it sounds like he had some kind of idea that this is what it was going to be like. So he was just telling people to stay away from him, leave him alone. He doesn't want to be bothered. So so give an inch, take a smile, I don't know why, fashion shits, fashion style. Again, maybe predicting that the flannel shirts that he and his ilk wore would become this whole fashion statement, where you would find in the 90s flannel shirts going for hundreds and hundreds of dollars, which is just mind-blowing considering you can get them anywhere at a thrift store or even at a regular store for very, very cheap. But because this grabbed onto the culture, it became corrupted by high fashion and I guess the cool kids, and it's, oh, let's see if we can make a buck off this, selling these things for hundreds of dollars, which is just ridiculous. So, I mean, maybe if they weren't made by slaves and were American-made and union-made, maybe you can get away with being a little more expensive, but hundreds of dollars, that's just ridiculous. And what really stood out to me was I don't know why I have to have poison skin, so immediately I thought it was a heroin reference, injecting poison into his skin, making his skin poison, and he didn't know why he needed to have that. So, and then the lyrics repeat, and then I believe the very last line is God is gay. So that is just a very hilarious line, because it's kind of like a fuck you to all the anti-gay people using religion to justify their homophobia. So, well, I don't think there is a God, but if there is a God and he was gay, I think the world would be a little more gay friendly. So, anyway, so no God. And if there was a God, he's probably not gay, and he's probably an asshole anyway. So, on that note, don't stay away from this song, because I changed my opinion, and it's really good. So, when you can, Always listen to music on the best speakers you possibly can get or the best headphones you possibly can get, and preferably headphones because they just seem to stab into your brain when they do. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will hopefully speak to you soon. I don't want to have as much as a break as I did between the last song and this one. So we'll see, and until then, keep listening and comment, and yeah, all right, great, awesome, bye.